So recently, I visited the local flower market. There were trucks loaded with flowers everywhere, and the entire market looked so colorful and beautiful. And I got these flowers home for Janmashtami decoration. But once that was done, I had those flowers remaining and I couldn't imagine throwing them away in trash. So I decided to make these bookmarks. The first step is flower pressing. So I just removed the petals. Then in between a book, I placed a sheet of paper and laid my flowers.
Days are blurring into years, the lines retreating.
So this is done basically to preserve the flower by flattening them out and extracting all the water and moisture content. This gives us flattened, fresh flowers and it also lasts forever.
And in 1,000 years, when all our bones have disappeared, and every word has been erased.
Then I kept it aside and placed a heavy book on top so that it gets pressed properly. I left it undisturbed for 3 weeks.
Blow it all away.
Now let's start with the first one. The process is same for all the bookmarks though. So after 3 weeks, I opened the book and the flowers had beautifully pressed.
Just headlines are now just pigments on the ground. The battles fought, the lessons taught, they all are lost now in the end.
Now coming on to the choice of plastic, I use these old school notebook covers. You can use any thin plastic like the one which are used excessively for packaging, which we ultimately throw away, which then pollutes the environment. So it's a great way to reuse them.
You ever guarded with your life, the stars will keep it. If all the photos
Then I cut out these rectangles that are shaped like bookmarks and placed my petals, which can be in any way that you like.
we're just a speck in time and space, just a fleck upon its face. And in 1,000 years, when all our bones have disappeared and every word has been erased, still the rivers flow, the sun will glow, the seeds will grow, the wind will come.
Then I covered it with the other layer.
'Cause we are just a memory replaced.
Now comes the lamination part. To laminate, we'll use an iron. The iron needs to be moderately heated, not too hot and not too cold, which you can check on a cotton cloth before doing it actually on the plastic. Then finally, cover the plastic using a butter paper or newspaper and iron it. Place a heavy book on top immediately and that's it. It's done. It's very easy and also looks very beautiful. At least I like it.
Free yourself, release yourself. The burdens that you carry all will topple in the end. And every
And coming on to the second one, the process remains the same as I said earlier.
potatoes hanging shriveled on the vines. The autumn breeze is just a promise of the freeze that's coming soon. The season's fleeting, the days are blurring into years, the lines retreating.
You can also trim the extra edges once it has been laminated, and that's it.
Another to begin to start anew. And in 1,000 years, when all our bones have disappeared and every word has been erased,
And finally, the last and the third one.
the seeds will grow, the wind will come and blow it all away. 'Cause we are just a memory replaced. All the deadlines have come and gone without a sound. The saddest headlines are now just pigments on the ground. The battles fought, the lessons taught.
Alright, this is it for this video. I really hope you found this video helpful, and I also hope you make these bookmarks. Also, this technique of flower pressing is used in so many things like making frames, phone cases, and they look incredibly amazing. So if you're someone looking for a side hustle or a small business idea, I think this is really great. So this is it. I make videos on topics like sustainability and slow fashion, so if that sounds like your jam, please consider subscribing.